others celebrate the wins,
Yes.
we celebrate the mud.
each episode has a special guest.
Tony-nominated actress, Broadway's Lily Cooper.
Tashir Zameda.
David A. Gregory.
Getting messy with muddy topics.
We are going to be talking about grief journey.
With hilarious moments
Now get over here.
And deep conversations.
I'm ashamed to even admit this, but this is what happened.
This is Into the Mud.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Into the Mud podcast. While others celebrate the wins,
We celebrate the mud. I'm Alex Cumin.
I'm Drew King. And today, we have a fabulous guest on the podcast who is someone I've been enjoying their entertainment night after night since a million years ago. It is the incredible, beautiful Pixie Aventura.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Pixie.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. But
Stunner.
AKA Cesar Villavicencio.
That's right.
Wow.
honey.
Someone studied abroad in Spain.
Someone did. You know it, honey. But here's the thing. I've known Pixie before Pixie was Pixie. Is that accurate? 'Cause
That's
we
not
met
accurate.
2007. No, we met, honey. We
I
met.
Incorrect.
started drag in college, so that is.
Oh, was your
This
was,
whole thing is a lie.
It's a lie. It's a scam.
Burn it down.
Yeah, but I met you when you were in college. 2007.
I started in 2006.
Fuck. I thought I knew you.
But at
before.
that point, it was
No.
extracurricular.
I know.
It was not like I'm gonna make this a career. No, I was like I'm gonna go to the Salvation Army and get a nightie and be drag.
Well, you've made it into a career now, and brilliantly
I
so.
have.
Caesar, I'm so thrilled that you're here. I have been seeing your shows forever. We got to go sometime. But I remember back in the day
Tomorrow.
doing the help at
I'll be there.
Therapy, RIP. No longer
Therapy.
Therapy, now Hush.
Hush.
I've seen you at all the venues. I've seen you on Fire Island. You knocked it out of the park during COVID with your online series, Drag Me
Unacceptable.
Out. So beautiful. You knocked it out of the park. They're stunning episodes. Everyone check them out. We'll put the link in the bio towards the YouTube playlist. And I'm actually really excited to have this conversation with you.
I'm freaking out.
Don't freak out. We got you. We got you.
Honey's
You're safe with
fucking
us.
perfect.
You're safe with us. And I think this is a really compelling topic to have on the podcast because we actually haven't had this one specifically. And it is about what it is like to date as a drag queen. And so what is it like for you in the romantic sphere? Let's establish where you're at right now. You're single, or you're dating, or you're in a relationship. Where are you at now?
I'm single.
You are single. Okay. Are you on the apps?
No.
No,
I was
none, not a
I
single
was
one.
kicked off of one because someone reported me, and because they're all under the same platform, I've literally been kicked off. I tried to fight it because they reported me,
Oh my God.
and they never gave me a reason. So here we go.
Hinged.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. I don't hide what I do for work, so that probably was used against me. Obviously, we're
Wow.
going to get into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am not in those dating apps.
Wow.
Wow, that is absurd. I didn't know that anyone could report you just because of your appearance.
The reason given to me initially was for illegal actions. And I was like, what? I don't
Illegal
even
actions.
give my telephone to people on those apps. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
So I mentioned it one day at my show, and people were like, well, did you have your drag? And I was like, yeah, well, maybe somebody reported you for like false impersonation or someone just being hateful.
Wow, that is so shitty. I didn't know that. What a great way to jump into this topic then. Okay, so I know that this is a common theme that has come up with other drag queens. It's also something I've been very curious about. Basic 101. What has it been like for you to date as a drag queen in New York City the past 16 years?
Okay, well, before we get into that, I just have to say that this was nerve-wracking getting ready for, because my mind was spinning in different directions. I am very open. I can talk about a lot of things, but from life experience, I've gotten to a place where I protect myself. And this conversation is one of those things that I protect myself with. So talking about it might not seem like a big deal, like, oh, you're just talking about relationship. But I don't know. I've kind of been treated shitty in different aspects. And this is one thing that I can hold close to me. So it wasn't just even like talking about it. It was also like, how am I going to be representing myself right now? And we had this discussion of
We did
like,
have this discussion.
am I going to be in drag or am I not in drag? Because this is not my identity. This is my career. But I know how this works.
Yes.
So honestly, yes, I'm a drag queen and it's going to get the clicks. And obviously people need to like hear this conversation. But it was still going back and forth. So I just decided to be Cesar from here to the bottom and the faces beat.
You look gorgeous, honey.
But yeah,
You really do. Beautiful. Stunning.
thanks.
I'm actually really, I mean, Cesar and I had a conversation on the phone last week discussing to solidify the topic, but also B, to discuss whether or not you are going to be coming in drag. And after doing a little bit of research this past week, I'm happy for you and for other drag queens. I think maybe people will disagree that you did come in drag because what I'm gathering upon my research is that it is a much more common circumstance for drag queens than people let on or that people even really know or understand.
Yeah.
And that there are many people who feel that they have to hide their identity and their craft and their career. You know, on a Tinder, they won't put any pictures of themselves in drag because of the discrimination or the way that people treat them or people blocking you, which is absurd.
Or reporting me.
Or reporting you. So from my perspective right now, thank you for being here and for being so vulnerable in advance. But also, I think it's like a huge act of bravery to come on and have this conversation in drag. I think is incredibly compelling and really brave. And a big fuck you to everyone else who wants to, discuss it otherwise. So thank you. I'm really proud of you. And as someone who has known you since 2007, honey.
Yes.
Yes. Confirmed.
Check.
Confirmed. Fact checking here live.
As someone who has a sweet spot for you, I'm really happy that, you are doing this and we're having this conversation.
Thank you.
So,
How has it been?
back to the first question.
Yeah.
What has your experience been dating in New York City as drag queen?
As I was prepping for this conversation, because I go all in when I do this stuff, I was looking at some of your other conversations, two specifically, the adult performer and the opera singer. And I did not connect with either of them, which is very interesting. I'm somewhere in the middle, but at the same time, I understand and I completely validate what they're saying. But I also was like, that's not my experience. But also, it's because I'm a drag queen.
Yeah.
I obviously have to deal with the gay shit in general, dating. Let's not even put drag into the picture yet. Dating is shit in the gay community.
And in New York City.
Specifically New York City.
I think dating in New York City, umbrella term, awful and terrible.
It's horrible.
And then each one below that is yes.
So for me, I did a lot of soul searching during COVID. I feel like a lot of people did. And I started really trying to analyze, also try to do some therapy, which we can get into because it wasn't good.
Oh,
But I realized that I was demisexual and sapiosexual. So demisexual, for those of you that don't know, is having an emotional connection. Sapiosexual is an intellectual connection. I find people more attractive when those things are aligned, which does not align with the general consensus of the hookup scene in the gay community. Because even if you want to date, that's priority. From my experience.
Yes.
So for me, not only am I not into the hookup scene, but now I want to connect to you in sometimes very vulnerable ways.
Yeah.
And people just don't want to.
It's just a shut.
Because they just want to get off and move on.
Right.
Especially for hookup culture.
They treat you like a profile on a grinder, on Grindr, where it's no, I don't want to, and that's it. And that's not reality. I mean, I always say it at my shows and stuff, but say hi to the people next to you, even if it's not about sex. You're in our safe space. This is your chosen family. It doesn't have to be about that. Just say hi to each other. So that alone is a barrier we have to cross. So then I realized that about myself, which kind of filters down a lot of potential connections. And that's before I put in the drag.
In what environments typically, if I guess you're saying that, demisexual and sapiosexual are recent developments for you as of COVID. But I mean, of course, those attractions have probably always been there innately.
Yeah.
Within that context, where were you seeking out dating or relationships? Was it out at bars, at parties, or in the nightlife? Or were you trying to connect with people via, I don't know, DMs or?
I think in general, I was doing everything.
Okay.
I wasn't limiting myself to anything. Obviously, I have more interaction with people when I'm out and about, especially at my shows, which is a difficult thing because in my mind, I know I'm connecting to someone, but I'm not seeing what they're seeing. They're seeing the persona. So that's another thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just was trying everything. It's always been very difficult for me to date in general. And for a long time, I put the blame on drag because it's been such a long time. But before that, I didn't understand why everyone else was going from one relationship to another relationship, which I don't necessarily want to hop around. But I always felt that you could do as much work as you want on your own. But as soon as you like go into a relationship, you start learning things about you that you never knew. And in my mind, if you do separate with someone, you grow from it. And like you learn things that you're like, okay, I know what I need to work on. How do I need to arrive for someone? And I've never had that opportunity. So that alone is like really hard to take. And I guess it's just you realize that you are just not what people want from the get-go, like sexually. Obviously, attraction and sexually, that opens the doors. And from then on, you realize if someone has a personality or not. But if you don't have that universal attraction, it becomes difficult. And it might seem like I'm like, oh, woe is me, but gotta face the reality. Like, that's what it is. And I've been able to experience things where I'm like, yeah, that's it. I get it. That's fine. Moving on.
Okay. I want to push back a little on that, because I wonder if it's not that that's what the reality is. That might be just the reality in the specific spaces that you've been. Because I'm looking at you. I'm listening to you talk. I'm listening to you. You have such an unbelievably healthy and advanced look at what relationships are. 9 people out of 10 would not say what you say about being in a relationship, or like looking at relationships as mirrors to help you each build and grow as individuals. And then when it's done, that you learn what to bring to the next one. Like, people are not on your level intellectually and emotionally when it comes to that. Like, that's such an advanced, I think, way of looking at relationships with yourself and with other people. But I don't want to tell you, no, your experience is wrong. If your experience is yours, that's what it is. But I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm so curious to know more, because it is not computing for me that you're not like meeting people. And
to second that, I think, yes, your experience is totally valid. and there are factors outside of your realm of understanding that you're aware of, but that are contributing significantly more to what the dating experience is like. I think that like we in New York City, as anybody who's dating in New York City, I think we forget how complicated this market is. And you went from a college town, Miami to college town to New York. Yeah. But I think what's complicated about it is that there are so many factors when it comes to dating in New York City, and there is such a bullshit hierarchy of what it, like you said, what it means to be like the universally hot or attractive person, whoever's at the top of the tier. We've been calling it the gay triarchy, what it means to be at the top of that list. And then not that you're at the bottom of the list. I think it's just that there's people who are at the top of the list, and then there's everybody else. And everyone else gets lost in the shuffle unless you are that like one hot, specific, masculine passing archetype. And then of course now there are what is so fun and beautiful and incredible about you, but I think that challenges a lot of men in New York City in particular is the play with gender. I think that freaks people the fuck out and not appropriate. Like I think it's absurd and I think it's stupid. But again, in my research, I'm seeing how much like there's so much like toxic masculinity and there's so much transphobia. Not to say that you're trans, but you know what I mean. But in saying that like within the playfulness of gender and those boundaries, there's so much fear and hatred and internalized homophobia from a lot of those people. And I think that is a lot of what you're feeling. It doesn't mean that you're not beautiful or handsome or intellectual, because you are also, I know Cesar outside of drag, and you are so dashingly charming and handsome. And like, there's no reason why anybody wouldn't be drawn to that. So it's complicated. And some of my best friends in New York City are like equally like gorgeous and beautiful, incredible human beings. And they are single as fuck. And it's a similar trend and a similar theme of people being like, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not the pick? Like, why am I not the person? And I don't have the answer, but I think it's helpful to remember that like, A, you're not the only one, but also B, there are so many other factors outside of it that are about everybody else than it is actually about you. Yeah, which you know. I'm very aware. But it doesn't make it easier, of course, to process it. It's still
Do you feel because sometimes I feel like because I am a performer, like because I'm on stage every night, that intimidates people as well. Like that I question, like that I'm like, it's a scary thing for someone to want to be like partnered with like a stand-up comedian who like might talk about them, you know? And I just don't know. I don't know if that's stand-up specific. I don't know if that's performer. And it's not like a experiment that I've done, but it's always in the back of my mind of like, does it make me less desirable because I'm a performer?
That's definitely one. And I feel like I've categorized experiences in like 6 different categories. Definitely,
oh my God, let's go.
Yeah, for
we'll
one.
get the bullet points out.
Well, I mean, there was one thing that came positive out of the therapy sessions.
Okay, well, at least we got one.
Yeah, but definitely the internalized homophobia. We've touched on that. But the subcategory for that is also the fear of the family aspect, dynamic.
Okay.
Is this someone that I could actually bring home?
Okay.
You know, it goes beyond the self. It's like, can I be proud of this person? Which I don't know many people even like think about that until you're faced with a persona like this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do you, not to interrupt the list of 6 things, there are a lot of drag queens who are out there who are dating, some who probably have accepting families and some probably who don't.
Yeah.
Some who are willing to bring their partner home and some who are not.
Yeah.
Do you know of any drag queens that are successful in that realm, or whose families, or who are dating anybody that has a family that is happy to bring them home as they are and say, like, this is my partner and they do drag?
Yeah, I mean, I do have friends, but at the same time, they have gotten to a place in their lives where they are independently living and they don't have that shadow of like, if I say something or if I do something, it's going to backfire on me and I'm screwed. Like, I feel like I finally came out when I was secure financially, where I knew that I was going to be okay if something were to go wrong. And I feel like it kind of goes parallel with like drag in a way, especially if you're dating someone that does drag. It's like, I'm going to have my person's back. And I do have those friends.
Of course, yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like you have to be at a certain place in your own self to make that step. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it does make sense.
Okay.
I think it definitely makes sense. Okay, I want to ask this question.
Okay.
You've loosely already said it, but like in general, what type of person, not necessarily man, I'm assuming, what kind of person are you seeking out? Like when it comes to physical attributes, we'll say. Like what energy or type of human? I know their intellect is a huge part of that. But
yeah, but you're talking about physical?
Yeah.
I have honestly, my friend says that I like nice guys. That's what my friend says. And then like looking back, I'm like, yeah, I guess I like nice guys.
How do you not have 1,000 nice guys lined up like trying to date you? I know that's if you're like, honey, fuck you. That's why we're having this conversation. That is true.
Yeah.
There's not that many.
Not that many.
There's not that many. Or at least they put up that wall, that front of like, it's that vulnerable thing again.
Yeah.
But to continue answering your question, I don't know if I necessarily have like a physical type. I feel like because I don't really have a choice to go after like a specific type, that I've like encountered like different types of people. I think for the most part is someone that can carry a conversation. That lacks a lot. People can't really talk.
No.
They can't hold conversations.
At all.
Someone that can make me laugh. Someone that can go out partying with me, but at the same time, we can stay in and be boring. I don't need a fan. I need someone that supports.
Do you get that often?
Well, that's part of the 6.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wait,
honey.
we have to get back to the 6. We have to get
Let's
back
go
to the 6.
six.
Okay, our first one was internalized homophobia.
Internalized homophobia with a subcategory of acceptance through their family and like fully supportive of who you are.
Okay, number 2.
Or not supportive. Then there is the icon complex. That's what I've named it, and it's probably completely wrong. And psychologists out there are like, what? I see it as, and I don't consider myself an icon, but like
I do.
When you automatically put someone like, oh, that's Pixie. That's
on a pedestal.
Pixie.
Yeah, of course.
There's no romance. There's no, all of a sudden I'm not a human being anymore. I'm just my persona. So it's not even the internalized homophobia. It's different because I'm friend zoned in a way.
You're only an entertainer to them. You're only an icon. Yes. Figure, a public figure.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow. I was curious about that because it has happened to me, embarrassingly so. I'm sad to admit it, but like I've been out drinking, and I'm sure this happens to you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're performing and people are drinking, and then they're like, oh my God, we love Pixie. Pixie's great. And then the next day you show up at the bar out of drag, and you're like, hey, good to see you again. And they're like, who are you?
I wish they would say that.
Really?
But sometimes the face, it's almost like they're like, why are you bothering me? And then they realize who I am, and it's like they completely change. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm good.
Ooh.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it doesn't matter who I am. I came to say hi to you, and you treated me already with like this almost disgust.
Just disdain. Yeah.
And I'm just like, why? And then you treat me differently when you realize who I am.
Sidebar, I will say that I find that often.
Oh, yeah.
9 times out of 10, when I have tried to talk to people at a bar or even just be like, hey, what's up, blah, 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 people like are completely uninterested in talking to you, which is so unfortunate because I'm the same way. I like to be a social butterfly. I want to chat and connect with people, but oh my God, people are like so ruthless sometimes. I tried, like one time I was at the Eagle and I tried to make a joke with somebody. What did they say? It was some guy and he was like, I swear, like, I'm not the problem. And then I was like, honey, you're the problem. It's you. And he was like, I hate Taylor Swift. And then turned around and kept talking to his friends. And I was like, cool, I'm going to go over here. Yeah. Sorry, I tried to make a stupid gay joke with you.
Yeah.
Like
Ruthless.
So sidebar.
But I could be more ruthless. But then I choose, I'm like,
Yeah.
It's not worth my time.
No, absolutely. Rise above. Rise above. Okay, icon is
2.
2.
3, the intimidation that you were talking about. Many times I've been told that I feel even like showing interest to someone, they're like, why me? Like someone literally said like, why me? Like you're a pixie. And I'm like, what? I'm still a fucking person.
Yeah.
Like what? And I've also been told like, you're very intimidating. Like, well, yeah, I'm on stage. I see pixie as a role, and maybe other drag queens see their persona as like something else. But for me, it's always been a role, and it's a role that I've been able to work on for a long time, and it's given me the vehicle of being artistically free and creative in whatever I want to do. So maybe it's that strong energy that people are intimidated by. But yeah, I don't get approached because of that intimidation as well, whether it's as a fan or even like if there is interest.
You know what's funny? I experience that even with my friends. Like, even if I were to go see you at the Comedy Cellar, like, here we are, we hang out, we're, like, having our chats. But then, like, when you see somebody in an elevated position, quite literally up on a stage and commanding and dominating a room, it's a little like, ugh. And then even after you come off stage, I'm like, you were great. But, like, I'm like, oh, am I a weird fangirl now? And I'm like, even though we're friends, but I feel that way about my friends. If I've gone and see a friend at a Broadway show, I'm always like, oh, yeah, you were really good. And I'm, like, awkwardly intimidated by my friends.
Here's a PSA.
Yeah, talk to me.
Straight to camera.
Keep your compliments short and sweet without bringing down other people. What do I say by that?
You are our favorite.
You are our favorite.
You are our favorite.
God, you were so much better than the other ones. I work with those people.
Yep.
Yeah, those are your coworkers.
Yes.
You know, even if you're right, I work with those people.
Even though you are right.
Yeah.
No.
Because then that invites a conversation that I don't want to have.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, you were fantastic. Thank you so much. You made me feel things. Thank you.
Great.
Either move on or have another conversation.
But people genuinely think they're just like, you were the best one up there. And you're like,
thanks. What am I supposed to do with that information?
Yeah.
do you want me to tell everyone else?
Hey,
I was the best according to this one person.
Drew, he didn't like you.
That can be your like review under your name. It's like Alex Cumin, Pixie Aventura. They were the
Everyone's
best one of the
favorite.
set.
I get
Drew.
I still, yeah.
Drew. He's working on things.
I still get you were a favorite female comedian.
Oh my God. Okay,
So that was
3.
that was
Yes.
3.
Okay.
Then there's the social climbing aspect of it. It hasn't happened
Oh.
often, but I feel like people want to date Pixie because of the perks, but not really want to get to know me or like even hanging out, which is like it's a muddy place. It's a muddy area. And I've encountered that a few times, and automatically I'm like,
In what way did that show up?
just only interested in social settings.
I'll meet you out for XYZ event
Yeah.
versus let's hang out and grab breakfast on a
coffee, let's
Sunday
go to
or
the beach,
something.
let's
Okay.
do-
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wow. It's yeah, you're right. It's a social climbing aspect.
I mean, not at my level, but like, I feel like when it comes to celebrities, I feel like that's definitely a concern. I've seen other people with bigger names go through similar things. Drag queens.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah.
But if you've experienced it too, obviously you have a level of success in this where you are bumping up against it, and it's like, again, it only just like
it's only gonna get worse.
It gets worse as you keep going up.
There are certain celebrities who are like, oh yeah, this is my friend from 4th grade.
Yeah.
And they're like, I have to hold on to this person because they knew me before all of this. You never know who's there and only wants you by their side just because of who you are, the name that you are, or the notoriety you bring, or being able to walk into a bar and I'm sure everyone knows you. And they're all like, Cesar. And then if someone's tagging along for that and riding the coattails of that, not because they want to hang out with you, but because they want to like, oh, I'll get a free drink ticket or I'll blah, blah, you know, like I'm sure makes a lot of sense. Number 4?
Five.
Honey, we're on 5.
Number 5. So 5, the fetishizing.
Yes.
And although it is not necessarily relationship based, it's still an interaction that I have to deal with.
Can you give us some examples?
Absolutely.
I'm so curious.
So,
and who did they come from?
Usually straight DL men.
I had a feeling.
That unfortunately grab cross-dressers, drag queens, non-binary, and trans people into one box. To them, is not about the person. It's about the fantasy and like fulfilling a fetish for them.
Okay.
I have been walked behind someone trying to like holler at me late at night. The DMs, baby, the DMs. And I've blasted some people that like, it's wild to see the interactions because his wife was notified and then his wife was like blaming it on me. And I'm like, baby, he reached out to me.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Wow. He reached out to me. I always say that I have a very small sympathy for straight men in general because the box that they have to fit in is very specific, and anything that strays away from that, it fucks up their life, their reality. And I feel if sexuality was a little bit more open-minded when it comes to straight men, this world would be a little better.
I completely agree.
Just
Totally.
a little better, because
the rigidity with which they have to adhere to the standards of the tiny little straight man box makes it so that a toe outside of the box is the end of the world. And because straight men are not given any tools in terms of how to express themselves emotionally, it is the end of the world for them and the people in their lives.
Not all straight men. Not all straight men.
not all,
But
the ones that control the world.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You know, that pressure builds up, the internalized homophobia builds up, and it becomes dangerous for themselves.
It's a thing that I get angry with it, but then I think about like nobody ever told them. Nobody ever made it okay for straight men to show any emotion other than anger. Really, anger is the dominant one, and then sadness, but don't cry. Man up. Don't show your emotions. Emotions are weak. And it's like, I think about if that was the messaging I got from a kid, how absolutely what a ticking time bomb I would be walking around to just keep it all in. And then if just someone did that to me, I just would explode. And I know that is what happens. That's why we live. That's a whole structure that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
That's why we have fucking world leaders blowing each other up.
But that's the entire premise of adolescence. Did you guys see that on Netflix?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's amazing.
It is insane. It's purely about that.
Yeah.
About the confines in which many men and boys live without the outlet of expressing emotion and what the damages of toxic masculinity can be, what the Andrew Tates of the world can be.
Yeah. That guy's a real piece of shit.
What a POS.
Honey.
Yeah. But like, he's hideous.
How dare you?
You would.
Oh
which
my God, I
is
would.
insane.
Well, emotionally and intellectually, I'm not connected to him, so I don't find him attractive.
No, he's garbage. But like, I don't know. Maybe in another world. Like,
No.
he's disgusting. I take it
multiverse.
back.
He would hate
Wow.
crime you.
If the cameras were off,
Good point.
Incredible
said it.
point.
Good point. Is it a glory hole?
Let me
It's
check my
probably a glory
DMs.
hole. Anyway, carry on. Okay. So here we go. Number 6.
Number 6. So the number 6 is something that people have always assumed. and its time and schedule as artists, as people of the night. People always assume
People of the night.
that is an issue that people have, but that's not my reality.
Yeah.
I always make time for something that I'm interested in, which is another PSA. If you're not interested in someone, let them fucking know, and don't say, oh, I didn't have my phone. You took a shit that day, you were checking your phone. I am so sick and tired of people saying like, oh, I didn't have my phone with me, and then hours later they respond. I'm like, no, just say you're not fucking interested. It's gonna hurt, but I'd rather that than being like, yeah, he's into it, yeah.
Busy.
That one hit home.
Yeah.
I just went through a breakup a couple weeks ago where that was the issue, where I was like, I'm like still in it right now, where I'm like, just say that you're out. It's a epidemic of people not being able to express their emotions.
Yeah.
A, not knowing how they feel.
Yes.
And then B, feeling afraid to say it to someone. And I think it does come from a place of, I don't want to hurt this other person. Sometimes. I think sometimes it can. I think that sometimes people are like, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, so I'm going to do this to like soften the blow, or I'm just going to like slowly withdraw, and then they'll get the picture. And it's like, no, we're big people.
We can figure this
We're
out.
adults. Say the thing. It might hurt, but it hurts so much more to withdraw your attention from someone, to not follow through with plans when you have made plans, and then to go leave it in ambiguity. Doesn't need to be ambiguous.
Yeah.
I'm not interested anymore. You're wonderful. Thank you and goodbye is so much better than you're amazing and I can't right now.
Yeah.
What? That doesn't add up. In the age of digital fucking everything, to say, I didn't have my phone on me is like, yes, you did.
Yeah.
Just be done. Like, what is this? Like, everything has moved to non-face-to-face communication, where we do not have to make eye contact with people anymore to have conversations. And we have lost our ability to just speak to people. We've lost our ability to communicate. We've lost our ability to just say the thing to someone. We're walking around terrified, and it is destroying us socially.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was going to actually talk about this, but I know it's going to come up one way. But I became involved with someone at the end of June.
Okay.
And we ended up breaking things off in August.
Okay.
This is the first official relationship that I've been since I was 15.
Wow.
It began like chef's kiss, because I've also gotten to a point where I'm like, if we're going to have conversations, I'm going to tell you what I want. I don't have time anymore.
Yeah.
And I was very forward with what I wanted. And he met me at that same energy. And to me, I was like, wow. And like things were progressing so well. And then he was mentioning me to his family, which I was like, what?
Whoa.
Not only that, but like what I did. So like all of the shit from number one, I was like, I don't have to worry about that. As things progressed, I don't know, little things just started popping up where I was like, is that an orange flag? Like, what's going on?
An orange flag. I've never heard orange flag.
Well, because
I love it.
It wasn't
Not
like
fully a red flag yet.
Yeah.
You know what? It might have. It actually.
In retrospect, it's a red flag. But
It's
when
a
you're
red
looking
flag.
at it, you're like,
You're like, I think it's maybe burnt sienna.
Well, because
Like,
I don't want to like overanalyze it.
of course.
But then looking
Right.
back, I caught that in the second date.
yeah.
My friend called me and we were at dinner and I was like, oh my God, I want you to meet my friend. And my friend couldn't hear his name, so he said something else. And he like, in a way, pushed my phone away. And in my mind, I was like, what? And it's not that he's like a physical abusive person, whatever, but like he physicalizes his uncomfortability. Just things started coming down. At the end of the day, he was not ready for a relationship.
Yeah.
Which is and he agrees with it, and it was a mutual breakup. But that's the last thing I expected, because we started off so honest and forward with what we were talking about. And what he ended up saying was like, interesting you mentioned it, but like when I first talked to him, I was like, I've never been in a relationship and I didn't learn about myself. And he said that stuck with him, because the mirror that I was holding up to him, he was realizing that he had a lot to work with, because I was giving him everything that he thought he wanted, but he wasn't ready to receive
it.
because he's still dealing with his own stuff. That last week, I mean, this was 2 weeks after my surgery, and it was like a rush situation. He met my mom. It was just...
Was it kind of love bomby a little bit?
What do you mean?
Was it very much like...
I'm so drawn to you. I'm so connected with you.
I think it was just...
You're amazing.
What was working in his favor is that I was only here for a certain amount of time because I was going to Fire Island. So anytime that I was here, I was finishing up what I needed to do and went straight to him, or vice versa. I was making time for him.
Yeah.
So when the surgery happened, I had all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And the little issues were becoming bigger.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't like, oh, let me just... I can do this for one day and then...
Well, it also wasn't just that you were making time. It's that your time was limited. It wasn't like, I've got Monday through Sunday to hang with you. It was like, I'll be back in this small amount of time. And then when it starts to settle, when the initial like blaze of passion or like when that starts to die down, as it does in every relationship, you don't just live in the honeymoon phase. I think that can scare people.
Well, that's the thing. It was in 2 months.
Yeah.
And I joke about it, but it honestly felt that it went from honeymoon to 40 years married.
Wow.
Because I was in the sofa just like, can we go do something, please?
Yeah.
Like, we should be like dating, literally dating and having fun. And you're making choices that are not that.
Yeah. So this definitely was not the person for you.
Yeah. And I made sure that I told him that he was like, he's not a bad person. It was just not, it was not it.
It was not it.
And it cannot be it. And still feel so disappointing.
Absolutely, because everything that I thought that I would not get from the initial go at a relationship, I had.
Yes.
It wasn't, those were not the issues. Drag was not the issue for this time.
Right. Which I think is a good thing to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Because I think we can start to carry these things that we know for certain are the reason that we're not lovable. Whatever, XYZ, plug in whatever thing you have carried with you for years. But like, this was proof that like, oh, actually, that wasn't an issue.
Right.
That's a great takeaway.
You know?
That is the silver lining.
It is a silver lining. It's something you have to remind yourself of.
Yeah.
It's significant.
But it's still...
Of course it's still painful and hurtful. And yeah, you're like, oh my God, if it's taken me this long to finally find someone that I was compatible with.
Yeah.
And then suddenly now it just so quickly faded. You're like, fuck, how long is this going to take? I understand that feeling. But I think if anything, it's an indicator that like the tides are turning is how I like to see it.
It came out of nowhere, honestly. Like and the only reason why it even happened was because Barracuda closed. And I took a one-off brunch in Queens. And I opened up my Grindr and he just happened to be on, because then I took the car home. Things align, and I see the
things
silver
aligned
lining behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of like the reverse of what Gaga says. Like, it'll be 99 people in a room, one people doesn't like you. But it's the reverse for me.
No.
99 people that don't like you, but there's one over there.
I don't believe that, but I understand.
I know that
Hear you and
mindset.
validate
I
your
know that
feelings.
mindset. And I'm also a big, like, people come into your life and out of your life at the time they're supposed to. And as long as you keep living the life that you want to live and you are aligned with your values and you do the things that bring you joy and that bring you open and expansive life force, then like you will attract the people in your life that you're supposed to. I have no doubt that you will find your person or people. Like, that's the other thing. Maybe it's multiple,
Well,
that's
the one that we didn't talk about. Monogamy. I believe in monogamy, and that's not something common.
I know, that's a tough one to find these days.
So baby, like regular gay dating, monogamy, drag, the filters are thicker and thicker.
They're thicker. I know they are. But I do really firmly believe that this past interaction that you had and this past person that you dated was like a little nudge from the universe to be like, hey, like, baby, keep going. This came out of nowhere. It can come out of nowhere again. And also, I think it probably affirmed for you that you know what you like, you know what you want. I mean, it helped you very easily spell out these very 6 things that you don't want or things that are issues. And for someone to show up into your life and not violate or encourage any of those 6 things is actually really, I think, encouraging and exciting.
Yeah.
I hope. I'm going to be an optimist on that page.
I'm forever a love optimist, even when I'm in the shit.
Do you have a funny moment you want to share with us?
I don't know if it was muddy for me, but honestly, I was the one that was dragged through it.
Talk to us.
So years ago, when I was still at Barracuda, it became a viral thing, but not including me, which I'll explain. There was a housewife and a lady of London, so another housewife, but it's their version of it.
Like, oh, okay, from the Real Housewives.
Yes.
Was it?
No, it was
Okay.
Brandy from Real Housewives of Orange County. And
Thought I was being discreet.
no, I don't give
Okay,
a shit.
great. Okay, go,
'cause
go.
he came into MySpace.
I love it.
And then the other one, I forget her name. I forgot, Lady of London. But and she was the real issue, but obviously, like, nobody knows who the Lady of Londons are in the U.S. So Brandy Glanville became the viral thing. But they came into my show, and it was packed. I mean, like, the aisle was like tiny, and I was having a moment, and they came in and they just started making it about themselves. And I'm navigating around it to the point where then they just get on stage, and then I stopped the music. And this was the first time up to that day. I don't even know what year this was, maybe around 2016, 17. And I stopped the music, and I was like, get the fuck off my stage. What the hell are you doing?
Good
and
for you.
immediately they were like, I tip. I love drag. And I was like, no, you don't. This is not nobody came to see you. Do you see all these people? And they're all like, they came to see me. They're here for me. I never invited you on my stage.
Yeah.
And they just felt so attacked. And I'm like, this is not your space. So it went viral. Brandy, it stops drag show, drag queen. They never say my name.
Oh.
And I'm like, are you kidding? I have to deal with this shit, and y'all can't even like do your research and like
Oh my
name me.
God. Damn.
We're gonna
They
name
kept
you in the.
anonymous.
We'll
That's
put
why I
this
don't
on
give
the,
a fuck to
Yeah.
name her.
We'll post it and then we'll tag her.
post it in it.
Yeah.
Well, she probably don't remember.
She will now.
But yeah, I stuff like that. I don't even know if that's like a muddy moment.
Yeah,
but, like,
I think it's a muddy
100%.
moment.
okay, fantastic. But like, it's stuff that we as people that have a mic and nightlife have to deal with sometimes. We have to babysit.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Drunk idiots
Yes,
who
drunk
need
idiots.
their little moment.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm good with you
mine.
going
I'm
on my
good.
journey and me going on your journey. But the moment that you make it about you,
Yeah.
you're not supporting
Yeah.
me anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's etiquette. It's like
tip.
basic etiquette.
We tip.
People don't get it. They
We
don't get it at
tip.
all.
We
Okay.
love drag. You would never do this.
You'd be respectful if you loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
my
where can
social media, or where can our listeners find you?
All social media at Pixie Aventura. That's right. She's an LLC. That's Pixie like the fairy, Aventura like the South Florida Mall.
Amazing.
Beautiful. And do you have any regular shows you want to pitch?
Yes, I am weekly at Industry on Wednesdays, and I'm also just brought back my Fuego show at G Lounge every other week, which is all my social media. I'll be posting what those dates are.
Oh my God. All right. Adore you. Thank you
you.
so much for coming on.
Thank you.
So
Amazing.
good seeing
Yeah.
you. You're beautiful. And we are going to be optimistic and hold space that we're going to hold space that you are going to find the love of your life this year. I'm putting it out there.
Oof. Okay.
Well, you are the love of your life,
You
so
are the
you'll
love of your
find
life,
the
second love of your
companion.
All right. Thank you, love. All right. Bye, everyone. Remember, like, follow, subscribe, and have a good day.